here. They are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. An unlucky number here. A loss of 13 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Coming after you. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Huntley. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Check, 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 check.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Huntley to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and 7 from the 20. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw, Huntley. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Huntley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go, get excited.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. From the gun, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A little juke, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield off the play fake. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check, 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 check. 51 to Mike. 51.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And powering through at the 35. And he's got this down to the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Huntley. Forced out to his left. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown! Dan Arnold with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Swings this out for Hunt. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Three yards remain for second down. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down, Huntley. And Anderson's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Huntley finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Looking to throw. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now Let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more. Following the interception, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Huntley. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun. Huntley eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Huntley. For Marshall, that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Huntley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Arnold. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Get out the field, defense.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, Plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on play action. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeremy Chin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Come on.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
And what would the dime look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here's Huntley.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
To throw, Huntley.
Escaping the pressure right. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Huntley to throw.
Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Under 10, under 10, 10. 6 guys. AOB 33. 24 is the mic. You get blocked, me.
Now Mayfield.
You get blocked, me.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Mayfield completes to Njoku.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Finding Hunt.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Here's Baker.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Mayfield to throw. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
And this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. 24's the mark.
Here's Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Mayfield to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley. Finds the open target, Arnold.
Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
To throw on second down. Huntley flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Back to throw. Huntley.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Shifts by him. They find some open field here. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Carolina, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High.